Autolenders. They are absolutely transparent about absolutely everything. As New Jersey's #1 pre-owned car dealership for more than 10 years, Autolenders places every car through an intense 110-point inspection to ensure it's in like-new condition and lets customers know exactly where their vehicles are sourced from. Autolenders gives you the highest quality vehicles, unlike their competitors. And all this transparency helps Autolenders make sure you leave with a better car. For more information, call 888-305-5968 or visit www.autolenders.com. Keep My Office Clean is an emerging leader in providing office cleaning solutions in Morris County and its surrounding area. If you own, rent, or manage corporate space, then you understand that keeping the private and common areas clean and well-maintained helps create a pleasant and productive environment. Keep My Office Clean is one of New Jersey's top emerging cleaning companies, specializing in providing a wide range of services for your office space, including recurrent cleaning, carpet cleaning, floor waxing, power washing, and more. For more information, call 862-263-0626 or visit www.keepmyofficeclean.com.
You are listening to the New Jersey Business Podcast with your friend, host, all-around good guy, Paul Valverde. Now, on to the show.
What's shaking, New Jersey? Welcome to another episode of the New Jersey Business Podcast. Today, as special guest, we have a rock star in the automotive industry. We have Brad Wimmer, president of Autolenders. Brad, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for joining me today. Please tell our audience something about yourself.
First, thank you, Paul, for having me. It's my first podcast, so I hopefully this is going to be a fascinating experience here. A little bit about myself. I mean, I joined Autolenders back in 2003 after I graduated from Lehigh University. An avid tennis player, Division I athlete, very competitive guy. I never thought I would ever get into the automotive business industry. I'm actually not even a real car enthusiast. I'm a people person. I'm a motivator. But I saw an unbelievable opportunity when I graduated college to join a great company, a great concept. But I started on the sales floor. I ran the first internet department. That was really the best way to understand this business plan from A to Z. Then right around like 2009, there was some deficiency in leadership. So I started joining the corporate center, day-to-day operations. And then I became the vice president of retail operations in 2010. Worked my butt off, everything 24/7, ate bread, bread. And then I became the president in 2016. I also founded our purchasing company called Algo, which is a buying company, which we'll get into later on. I have 2 boys, 4 and 2, married for 5 years, and life is great, Paul. So
awesome, Brad. It sounds like life is great. I love that you had that trajectory starting from the sales floor all the way up to being president of Autolenders. And things sound like they are where they need to be right now. I'm so happy. I share your joy, and I love the energy. I got to tell you. Listen, as we dive into this topic, I know talking to individuals about purchasing vehicles, etc. Sometimes there are some misconceptions about the automotive industry, and perhaps you experienced that, you encountered that when you were in the sales floors, or even now talking to people. What do you see are some of the misconceptions that people generally have about your industry?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is, when you go to a car dealership, you think you're getting taken advantage of immediately. Since 1989, we've done things differently. No haggle pricing, that's pretty common now today, but we were one of the first companies to offer a no haggle pricing. It's a very relaxed atmosphere at Autolenders, completely different. It's not high pressured. We're transparent about everything. But I think people don't trust a car dealership. And I think that's why Carvana and CarMax with their new marketing campaigns have become successful with the pre-owned industry. So we've been taking advantage of that advertising. We treat our customers completely different than everybody else. Our hiring process is completely different. We look for good character people. We look for good individuals. We don't care how talented they are in sales. We want them to be the best human being possible. You have to have this certain type of character to join our family. And I think that's one of the main reasons why we're so successful. But to answer your point is, I think that people don't trust dealerships, and hopefully our dealership, you do trust us.
Brad, thank you very much for sharing that, because I think that's something, a common trend. People think that, they have to go to the auto dealership with the guard up, when that's really not the case, particularly not if they go to one of your 6 locations here in New Jersey, given that most of our audience is from New Jersey. I say that. And I know you guys are throughout the East Coast, so in other states in addition to New Jersey, but they don't have to go with their guard up. They could go knowing that your people will take good care of them. Something that we do in the New Jersey Business Podcast is we help entrepreneurs and business owners start, grow, and run their business. And so we do that sometimes in the form of coaching. And we do teach our individuals about running their business core value based, right? And having the client attractions as well as their talent attractions core value based, which is kind of what you're describing, that you hire core value based, right? You hire decent human beings. Skills could be taught, right? You cannot teach a person who is unpleasant to be pleasant, but you could teach a person to perhaps be helpful in the sales floor if they're a pleasant individual, if they're willing to help out, right? Am I right?
That is correct. That's exactly what we're looking for. That's who we are. That's who I am. I think that you really have to treat people with respect and just have a way of life that is consistent on what Autolenders is to really join our family. And again, I stress this, it's one of the main reasons why we're so successful. It's the people, it's the staffing that makes us so special. We have a unique business plan, but without the team, without the people, without our staffing that worked their butts off and give it everything they have, and if this is their family, we would not be where we're at right now.
Yes. And, in preparation to our meeting today, I looked up some of the reviews that your customers left. And I mean, they're pleased, they're thrilled with the service, they're thrilled with the type of people you have working with you. And that speaks volumes to you, your leadership, and your team, and what you guys are doing to make a difference in your industry. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Brad. Brad, I would like to ask you, what information do you have about what's going on right now with the shortages of chips and people freaking out because prices are going up? What is it that you guys are doing to help the customers and the public in this regard?
Well, we're still dealing with an inventory shortage this year. We were heavily involved in that inventory shortage third quarter and fourth quarter of last year. But this year is some new challenges. Interest rates are climbing, gas prices are going up, inflation, the sticker prices, in our inventory, about $3,000 to $4,000 more right now, our average sticker price compared to last year at this time. So, listen, you're getting great value for your trade-in right now at this point. But what we're doing differently than the competition right now is we're lowering the prices of our vehicle. We're beating all the competition with our pricing. We have no choice. We can't outprice the market right now. That's a problem right now that other dealerships are having. The sticker price is too high. So our margins are going down this year to get that demand of traffic that we need to be successful. We think this is a smart play for us, for a future play for us. Again, our grosses are going to go down this year, but hopefully we keep building our customer base and offering a great service and an affordable payment for the consumer base.
So if I understood correctly, you are actually lowering your prices?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, definitely. I mean, the prices are too high right now for the type of car they're getting. So we are lowering the prices of all our inventory. If you do research on our inventory compared to anybody else's inventory right now, it's going to be considerably lower. It's going to be in better condition. And we feel like this is an opportunity to really take some market share in our industry right now this year. This year is going to be an interesting, challenging year, but we're ready for that challenge. Every year is different. Every year is completely different. You have different hurdles, different things that you have to adapt. I mean, last year was just an absolutely crazy year for our industry. The demand was just through the roof. You couldn't even keep a car in stock. We sold more vehicles last year than we ever have. And we have to stop comparing last year to this year. We can't do that. That's not realistic.
Right.
We want a more normalized year. We need to see that to forecast, to come up with different business plans. Last year was just a unique year that we'll never experience ever again.
Kind of like what's going on with the housing market.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy too. I mean, I'm looking at some of these shore properties in Florida and all over the place. I can't believe some of these prices of these houses.
So you foresee that things are going to normalize in this coming year, and you guys have a plan, have a process, have a system to ensure that you keep up with inventory, and not only that, but you have better prices than your competitors. I appreciate that very much, Brad. And I'm sure this is very helpful information for our audience, folks. If you're listening, Autolenders.com, you can find one of the showrooms if you're in the East Coast. If not, you could also have access nationwide through their website. Brad, will you please tell me about you mentioned Algo, is that right? Something that you also initiated. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so we have two innovative ways of getting product, vehicles. The first is Cal Automotive, that's a leasing company, where we create lease programs for new car dealerships. So for example, if you went to a Jeep dealership, and you said, I would like to lease that Jeep Grand Cherokee, we might have a lease program on that specific vehicle. So then when the lease is up, you're actually leasing through Cal Automotive. You think you're leasing through the Jeep dealership, but you're actually leasing through our leasing company called Cal Automotive. At the end of the lease, if you turn that in, then Autolenders would own this one owner off lease vehicle. So we have thousands and thousands of leases every month that we mature or originate. So we get that one owner off lease car, which is very valuable, which is very unique and very attractive to have a one owner off lease car. To supplement our inventory, we started Algo, which is a vehicle purchasing company. We're in 15 different states all over. We're virtually buying that vehicle right from your house. So you literally go to FaceTime. We do a little appraisal on Zoom, just like we're doing right now. And we appraise your vehicle. We give you a great value for your vehicle. We issue a check right on the spot. We pick up the vehicle and we either bring it back to an Autolenders location for retail, or if it's not a retail piece, we'll bring it to the used car auction. An interesting point is all our competitors are getting the majority of their inventory at used car auctions. We do not get one vehicle at the used car auction. So it's either off lease from the leasing company or a vehicle purchased from the consumer through Algo. That's our entire inventory. That gives us the ability to price competitively because of the way we're acquiring it, but also we know everything about that vehicle. So think about that. It's a mystery at the auction. Getting your inventory, you have no idea where that previous owner was. We know everything about the person that was sitting in that vehicle before selling it to the consumer base over here. So that's such a valuable asset for our company. That's why we're transparent about everything. So if you come into an Autolenders location and you want to test drive that car, I know everything about that previous owner. I know it's a perfect car, and it's definitely favorable for the consumer base.
That is amazing. I'm blown away by the system you guys have in place that certainly sets you apart from the competition from other car dealerships. And where unfortunately people feel that they're being taken advantage of, but instead they could come to you, to Autolenders, and feel like they're being served, that they're being helped. That is great, Brad. I really appreciate that. Brad, what are some of the things that you would like our audience to know about your industry and about your business? Something that you want to make sure they walk away with, a piece of knowledge or information?
I think also, these are machines. So things do go wrong with a machine. And we're realistic about that. We keep the best product. We will send any product to the used car auction that doesn't meet our criteria, that we don't feel comfortable selling a family member. But some things do go wrong, and we don't give up after the sale. So if you buy a vehicle from Autolenders, you're a family member here. We have a team of 25, we call them angels here, Paul. So no matter what, after the sale, you have these 25 angels that will take care of you, making sure that you can drive from point A to point B, to work, to a family trip, and you're going to drive it comfortably. You're not going to have any issues. We're going to always take care of these issues. We're not afraid of issues. We stare them down. We turn negatives into positives. That's why our reviews are so strong. That's why we have such a strong customer base, a strong employee base, is that we always treat customers correctly even after the sale. That's another reason why we're so unique.
Thank you, Brad. I appreciate that very much. Folks, you're listening. If you are in the New Jersey area, make sure you check out one of the 6 showrooms. Also, if you're in the East Coast, there's other showrooms available for you. You can also access their website, see their inventory online. Make sure you check that out. If you're looking to sell your vehicle, you could do it through Algo. Is there a site where people will go in order to do this?
Yeah, it's algonation.com.
algonation.com. We'll make sure to list all this information within the show notes and also in our description. Brad, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your knowledge of your industry and everything you share. I appreciate what you guys are doing, really. And I'm sure our audience is going to be very appreciative of it as well. I'm sure they're going to be reaching out to you guys via website or visiting one of the showrooms. What would you suggest for a potential buyer to kind of like, should they prepare themselves, or what should they do in preparation to the purchase of a vehicle?
I recommend you do your research. Take advantage of the power of inventory on all the competitive sites. Search CarMax, search Autolenders, search all these sites, and do the research on pricing, do the research on your trade value, do the research on your interest rates, and then do the research on the vehicle itself. Find out where that vehicle is from. It's really important on the pre-owned side. People don't do that. People take that for granted. We're extremely transparent. If you want to know exactly where that vehicle is from, we can tell you that with a Carfax report or any knowledge that we have. So just do your research, really, really find out where that vehicle is coming from. That's my big advice from you.
Awesome. Brad, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you. And folks, there you have it. Brad Wimmer, president of Autolenders.
Thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the show, go to NewJerseyBusinessPodcast.com. That's NewJerseyBusinessPodcast.com. We can't wait to hear from you and your business. You can also visit our website to learn about sponsorship opportunities and how to qualify for a complimentary gift. Thanks again for listening to the New Jersey Business Podcast.
Autolenders. They are absolutely transparent about absolutely everything. As New Jersey's #1 pre-owned car dealership for more than 10 years, Autolenders places every car through an intense 110-point inspection to ensure it's in like-new condition and lets customers know exactly where their vehicles are sourced from. Autolenders gives you the highest quality vehicles, unlike their competitors. And all this transparency helps Autolenders make sure you leave with a better car. For more information, call 888-305-5968 or visit www.autolenders.com. Keep My Office Clean is an emerging leader in providing office cleaning solutions in Morris County and its surrounding area. If you own, rent, or manage corporate space, then you understand that keeping the private and common areas clean and well-maintained helps create a pleasant and productive environment. Keep My Office Clean is one of New Jersey's top emerging cleaning companies, specializing in providing a wide range of services for your office space, including recurrent cleaning, carpet cleaning, floor waxing, power washing, and more. For more information, call 862-263-0626 or visit www.keepmyofficeclean.com.